But let's get back to the Kim Zolciak and Kroy Biermann of it all. This is tragic. I don't know if you guys caught my video with the 911 call, but Kim and Kroy's divorce just gets messier and messier. Now, they've had so many allegations that have come out so far against each other. We've been over so much with the drug test, the hair follicles, the psychiatric evaluation, the online gambling. But wait, there's more. How? How is there always more? Kim Zolciak got a lot of shit because she ended up going on and calling the police, calling 911 emergency services over a situation that it didn't seem like the fans or people who are observing the situation that it was necessary. You know what? I'm actually just going to play the video for you guys first, and then we'll come up with how we feel about it. Hold on. Let's play it really quick. Prosecco Princess. Bravo and cocktails. Here we go. Get ready for this one.
Super quiet. I don't know why. I just have a situation here where my husband is threatening a kidnapping because my girlfriend took my son on a play date. And now he has harassed not only the mother, but my son is shaking and hysterically crying. And now I'm just going to leave and just go pick him up to prevent this situation. I just don't know what else to do at this point.
Okay, can you tell me exactly what happened? I'm sorry. Can you please tell the story again?
I'm sorry, what was that? I can hear you. I'm just going to put you on speaker just because my son, I dropped my son off. I live in the manor. I dropped my son off at the front gate for 6 years. They were going to the rodeo, whatever. My husband, we're going through a divorce, just came in and said that he's going to file kidnapping charges on her. And I said, absolutely not. I agreed that she could take him. And then he talked because he's crying hysterically on the phone. And now I'm going to pick him up and just to create any kind of further stuff. That it's just, I did call my lawyer to ask him if it was kidnapping because I didn't want police to get in trouble. And he said it's not if one parent consents. And then my husband did steal my bag that has all my divorce paperwork and all my stuff in it. This is just so petty, and I hate to call 911 for this situation. I just was so frantic in the moment when I realized it's super quiet. I don't know.
Okay, so yeah, that was the 911 call. That's why so many fans were pissed. Now, her friend Elise came out. Page 6 picked up on this, and she posted this in her Instagram stories. And she said, I feel so bad. I pray for Kim, who is such a great mother. And I feel so bad for these children who have such a narcissistic, controlling father. She also said, Kim did not abuse the 911 emergency services, but instead, Kim was calling because she wanted to make sure that her friend was not going to be arrested. Her friend being Elise. So Elise did come out and stick up for, Kim and all of this. But yes, do I think that this was, honestly, I think that this was a waste of emergency services. First of all, you don't just call, it's not your therapist. I'm sure you have one of those on speed dial. I know that you fired the chef, you fired the nannies, you fired the drivers. I don't know who else you fired, but we know you probably did not fire the therapist. The therapist is the one that you tell how much of an asshole your soon-to-be ex-husband is. The therapist loves this. They'll charge you by the hour. They'll send you like a nice little invoice. They'll be like, sign there. Please pay us before you pay the IRS. Like, it'll be a whole thing. They'll be all about it. But to call 911 and to be like, we might be fighting, but right now everything's okay. But I'm going to go to the school and I'm going to pick him up. But normally I drop him off at the front gate. He was supposed to go to a rodeo. We live at the manor, by the way. Yeah, like 2 to 5, 10, $15 million homes, maybe even. Yeah, our home's 16,000 square foot. My husband played for the Atlanta Falcons. Such an asshole. Anyways, I don't need you guys right now. I'll probably call you later. Bye. No, girl. But the irony in all of this is that a list, right, of complaints came out from where Kroy filed this list trying to get legal guardian of the children. When he filed this list, he said, Kim, is too busy taking selfies and recording herself while driving with the children, which he feels is unsafe. Kim has won and lost hundreds of thousands of dollars on online gambling, and she's too busy focused on pressing the spin button on her computer rather than focusing on her children. He also said that while he cooks them nutritious meals, because they are children, since they fired the chef, she has only been giving them like pizza rolls, chicken tenders, pizzas, macaroni and cheese, and just fun kids' favorites. So he's listing out all of these reasons why she is not, I guess, the right fit to be the guardian, the full-time guardian. He's doing the same thing to her. She's doing the same thing. It's just back and forth. But where I was going to say the irony was one of his arguments was the gambling. Now it comes out, it's like one of those things, like don't throw stones when your house is made of glass too. That's literally what is going on in this situation, because Kroy is now being sued over a gambling situation. Sky Warrior is suing Kroy for an unpaid line of credit that was issued to the former reality personality. He was given $100,000 to gamble while visiting the Baha Mara casino in the Bahamas back in 2021. This was according to new documents obtained by Radar Online. The company stated that Kroy currently owes $52,000, and they have unsuccessfully tried to get in contact with Kroy to recoup their money. So they are asking the court to step in. Interestingly, Kroy previously asked that Kim undergo a psychological evaluation amid his claims of her having a gambling addiction, which he alleges contributed to their family's financial woes and their impending divorce. Yeah. In the motion, the same motion where he lists everything about her, he said, Kim has presented very troubling behavior, which has accelerated in months. She has been spending substantial time in marital funds on gambling and other games of chance. This compulsion has financially devastated the parties. Kim's time is so consumed with online gambling that she is unable to properly care for the children. Oh. Ay, ay, ay. Actually, I was talking to Shaylee this morning because we were putting polls together for you guys in the community tab. And I said, listen, I've lived through this. I've seen this story. My parents have been married more than I can count on two hands, right? Literally. So when you call the police this much, I don't know how it works in the state of Georgia. In Florida, and I was just telling Shaylee this, usually 9 times out of 10, or at least this is what my dad told me. You know what? I'm going to put this on my dad. My dad told me that in the state of Florida, 9 times out of 10, if you call the police over an issue, like a domestic issue, somebody has to go to jail, or somebody will usually 9 times out of 10 go to jail. How do they get off calling the police 5 times in the same day? Nobody's going to jail. Why is nobody being removed or asked to leave the property? First of all, it's a 16,000 square foot mansion. You guys should be able to figure it out. But since you can't, like, why is somebody not being physically removed? Tinsley's opinions feels like they are both trying to create traceable records to assist in their child care cases. Poor children. I agree. Thank you. Thank you, Travis, for the super chat. Kim is wasting 911 resources like Ratchet with a restraining order. Someone could be in dire need, and she's stopping 911 and helping them. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. And I agree. I agree with all of that. False police reports should come with a fine and jail time. They should be arrested. I mean, I don't know about arrested, but you said it.